This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2007 Ford F350 crew cab single rear wheel flatbed. It's an XL, which is the vinyl seats, vinyl floor, crank windows. It's a work truck. It's a 6.0 turbo diesel and it's two-wheel drive. It's an automatic. It has 226,317 miles. It was purchased from the Little Colorado River Authority in Houston, Texas, and that's it. We bought it. They have a ton of fleet vehicles, obviously, and we bought this truck. What we'll do is I'm going to walk you around. I'm going to show you what's happening with this thing. First of all, we'll have 4 before pictures in this ad. In the before pictures, you'll see that there's a black bumper on this thing. We suspect that they probably had some sort of a big monster push bar bumper on it, and when they went to sell it and get rid of it, because it's got miles and it's a fleet car and they're on to their next years of trucks, that they had an '08 bumper sitting around. It's a lot easier to jam that on, because there's only a couple bolts to go with that. It looked like crap, and so we bought a brand new bumper, upper valance and lower valance, and put it on. I think they did it out of convenience. We did it because it looks better, a lot better. So you'll notice that in the before picture. We got it here, we do an inspection. This is what it looks like. Because it's a fleet vehicle, they took pretty good care of it. But this is the stuff, my little cheat sheets here. We did a battery, we did a left front headlight bulb, we did front and upper, front bumper and upper and lower valance. I told you about that. Windshield had a crack in it, so we did that. And the steering stabilizer strut is new. I'm going to walk around, I'm going to show you what's going on with this truck. I'm going to take it for pictures next. The pictures will have a little device that allow you to zoom in on the truck itself, and you'll be able to look at things like this ding here, like right up close. So please use that little device. It'll show you everything you need to know cosmetically, for sure. Cosmetics should never be an issue in buying one of our vehicles. If they are, it's because you're blind or you're lazy. Don't be either one. All right, if you really care about cosmetics, you should be able to tell exactly what's going on through this video, and especially through the pictures. Okay, now obviously this is a work truck, so cosmetics are probably not first in your minds, but it is my job to point this stuff out. Okay, because it's what we call strippy, which is crank windows and stuff. I'm just gonna go as fast through this as I can, because obviously the mechanics are what matter. Got a little tear here, it's got a couple tears in the seat. Actually, it's not too bad really for a work truck. There's a manual for it. Headliner looks good. Actually, for a work truck, it's excellent. That. Seats look great. There's nothing going on here. The only thing we have noticed is that in these boxes, they obviously didn't use treated steel on the boxes. Right? See? So you might want to weld a little panel in there before you put anything on the boxes. It's the same way on both sides. Tires look like they're probably 20 or 30% tread. It does have a gooseneck in the bed. Obviously that plate will fold over on it. You got a hitch. Got that guy, you got that guy, and you got that guy. Okay? Again, there you go. So get somebody to weld a couple plates on there. Interesting, it's just on the back side of it. They must not have treated the back side of those boxes. That's kind of bizarre. Someone at their factory for those boxes didn't do their job. I'm gonna run my phone under here real quick, the camera, let you see what it looks like underneath. All right. I'm gonna fire it up, and then I'll show you the Carfax. Sometimes we can link Carfaxes, sometimes we can't. It kind of depends. Ooh, yikes. Kind of depends. My finger slipped off. Man, it's still hot here. That key was a little warm. Sometimes they'll let us link and sometimes they won't. So I've been trying to put these Carfaxes in the videos just to save people the hassle of doing it. Boring Carfax. Boring is good. No accident, one owner. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing. Bum, 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 bum. That's it. Little Colorado River Authority. Obviously, Blue Bonnet Motors was probably the new car dealer in Texas that sold it to them. And then we bought it, and now with the title's in our name. You'll be able to see the title on our in the ad. Just click on that. I'll put this stuff in the glove box so you have it for the future. God, it is hot. Yikes. Late September, actually it's early October, and it's still trying to get to 100 today. That's a beautiful thing. There's no blow by at all, and we did not change the oil. It says it remanufactured on the alternator, so at some point they replaced it. There's a new Ford, that's the Ford stamp on that fender. Ford stamp right there. Stickers where they belong. All this stuff needs to be there. It tells you that all the stuff's original. There's the Ford stamp on the port support. There's the Ford stamp on the fender. Nothing going on there. It's unusual on a XL. It has tilt. It works. I just did that. Has tilt, and it's also unusual to have a CD player.
60. Friendly reptiles. Adults $10, children $5, and kids.
Radio works fine. Air's blowing ice cold. There's the tow on and off. You do have cruise control. And I gotta get a seatbelt on, and then we go for a ride. I can't believe how hot it is right now. You guys are about to get a hurricane on the East Coast here. Hopefully that's not as bad as it sounds. I've got a truck that I'm trying to ship out of Tidewater, Virginia, and I'm told that I might not see that for quite some time. I hate that part of this. All right, 226, 325. Let's go for a ride. Turn this air up a little bit, it's hot. All right. This thing's being sold on a clear title, so if you come to Tucson to drive it home, you're going to pay a dock fee of $250, you're going to pay taxes. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. If your state tax rate is 3%, then you pay 5%. If it's 7%, you pay 9%. Just add 2 to your state, wherever you're coming from, and then add $250 dock fee, and that's what you'll pay if you're coming in, to drive it home, if you're coming in person. If you pay by wire and ship, all you're going to pay is the agreed upon price, and that's it. Nothing else. Once we receive your wire, we will fill in your name or your company's name and address. We'll notarize the title. We'll scan it into your online file and mail it to you. We'll even scan in the envelope that we mail it in. So you'll actually see the scan before it even gets to you in the mail. And then once the truck shows up at your front door, once you get it shipped there, you'll take the title of the truck into your MVD and pay whatever you pay to get plates on it. All right? Deposit. Deposit is $500. Once we receive your deposit, we will put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com, and you'll know it's yours. Until then, it is for sale. Please, please, please get your deposit in. These work trucks are going fast lately, really fast. So please make sure you get those in. You don't want to get an agreed upon deal, go through all the hassle of back and forth of looking at videos, looking at pictures and all that stuff, and then come to the conclusion that you're going to wait till you get home to make the deposit and find out that somebody's already bought and paid for it in the time that you were waiting to go do it. It happens. It happens more than it used to happen, and now it's actually picking up pace. The last 2 months it's happened several times. So get the deposit in so you don't bum yourself out. This is a nice truck. If you need a truck, a flatbed to tow with, for your business, put a bunch of stuff on, you know, whatever you need it for work, this is a good one. No blow by at all, so don't let it slip away by being slow. All right. Last thing I'm going to say, it's obvious. It's got 226,000 miles on it, and it's an 07. So there's still the 16s already. So it's a 9-year-old, 226,000 mile truck. Ford bailed on the warranty many years and many years and many miles ago, because they didn't know what would happen to it. If they knew it would go 300,000 miles and 15 years, then they would have given it that kind of warranty. They didn't. Okay. They know more than we know, even though we know an awful lot. So we're going to follow their lead and say, we don't know what's going to happen to this thing the day you get it, 3 months from the day you get it, or 3 years from the day you get it. We can tell you what we have here. You can watch the video. You can take in all the information. Look at the pictures, zoom in on them. If you don't feel good about it, don't do it. Okay? There's billions of people on the internet, and the right person who is willing to accept some risk, because there's risk in buying anything used, the right person will find this truck. Okay? We don't want some crybaby who thinks they're buying a brand new truck, buying our 9-year-old 226,000 mile truck. Okay? Now we do offer in our ad the ability to buy a bulletproof EGR cooler and Ford oil cooler, along with all the fluids and gaskets installed for $1,900. If you do the research on that, that's a smoking deal. So if you're concerned about the weakness in a 6.0, which is what it is, this one is showing no signs of it, and I've seen them go 500,000 miles and do nothing at all. So you can do it preemptively and add $1,900 to the price of the vehicle, and you'll be fine. Or just, you know, take it the way it is. The way it is fine. But if you're concerned about that, we do offer a solution for that, and it's $1,900. And our competitors over at Integrity Diesel are selling that same thing for $4,500, which is absolute theft. I think that I can't believe that their name is Integrity. I mean, it's about $900 to $1,000 in parts, and it's about 5 or 6 hours in labor. So at the end of the day, we probably make maybe $300 or $400 on it, but which isn't really even worth doing. But our buying customers who buy our trucks get that price, and it's really good to know that they have it when they get it. But like I said, this one doesn't need it right now. It may never need it. So anyway, please just make sure you know what you're buying and that you're up for the challenges of buying something used, whether it's a toaster oven or a lazy boy recliner or this truck. Used has an expiration date. Eventually they will explode, right? And all of the above items will explode, or they will break, something will happen, and we don't know when that is going to be. If we did, we'd be billionaires. We would just avoid the trucks that are going, or the cars that are going to do it in the next 3 or 4 months, never buy them, and never have any problems. It'd be the greatest thing ever. But we don't know. And to tell you that we do know would be a lie, which is kind of what differentiates us from the other guys. What we know is what we have right here. What we have here is a hell of a truck. Anyway, I'm at our picture spot. Please go through all the information. I really like this truck. Thank you for your time.